Hey there, it's Catherine Ross here from Break Free with EFT.com, and today I want to take you through a short tapping round on how you can use EFT or tapping to reduce food cravings. So I know that a lot of us are stuck at home right now, and for me, I work online, so it's not so different. But for my partner, he actually has been stood down from his job, so he is at home. And I think that when we are in isolation or partial lockdown, what do we do with our time? We're home, we're here. Some of us can get bored, and we don't know how to really fill that space. On top of obviously the boredom and the being at home and not being able to go out so much, we also have to deal with hidden anxiety. So a lot of us might not actually relate the cravings or addictions and things like that that we have to anxiety that we're feeling. But who here feels like when they are stressed, they reach for food? Who is an emotional eater? A lot of us. And so there is that sort of underlying thing that we are doing in this situation because obviously the world has changed and there is a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear, and a lot of anxiety in general. And so it's natural that some of us do tend to go for food to help us through. So if this is becoming a problem for you, and I know that my partner went through basically our whole fridge and cupboard in the first day that he was home, and I had to say, hey, slow down, we're still going to have food for the rest of our time here. But I want to show you how you can easily and effectively reduce that response or that need, that physical feeling and that emotional feeling that you have towards going for different types of foods or even alcohol or even cigarettes or other drugs. So first of all, I want you to tune in to that feeling that you have. Maybe you're feeling like something right now, or maybe there is something specific that you tend to go for. I want you to hold the image of that food or that drink or that substance in your head and rate the intensity of the craving out of 10 as to how intense that is. So if 10 is obviously it's really, really intense that you're probably wanting to tear yourself away from this screen and go and have it. 0 is obviously not at all. So once you've got that number as to how intense that craving is, if you're not craving it right now, just tap along with me as if you would be craving that thing right now. So starting on your karate chop point, thinking about how much you want it and everything that might be underneath it. And just repeating what I say. Even though I have this craving, I'm okay and I'm safe. Even though I have this craving, I choose to relax now and find better ways to take care of myself. All of this craving. I really need this. Part of me feels I deserve it. And there's no way you're going to take it away from me. This craving. I really need this right now. It's going to make me feel better. You can't take it away from me. All this craving. Part of me sees it as a reward. And maybe part of me is using it to self-medicate. I release and let it go. All of this craving. I really need this right now. What if I could walk away? And think about what I'm really needing underneath. I choose to find better ways to nourish myself. And I'm clearing any underlying anxiety right now. Release and let it go. I choose to give myself what I'm really looking for in a more resourceful way. All of this craving. It's safe to let it go now. I am deeply safe. Okay, so deep breath in and out. And checking back in with the intensity of that craving. How much do you want it? And if you really want to get creative, and you maybe do this a couple of times before you do that, but go and get it, what it is that you actually want, try it. Have a sip or have a taste and just see if the response in your body and the response in your brain has changed as well. Because when I run run workshops live, I actually have people tapping on and bringing in their specific cravings that they have. And the funny thing is that not one person actually wants it by the end of the tapping. And it's only about 10 minutes that it takes. So if you have 5 to 10 minutes to actually hit the pause button before you go and reach for whatever's in the fridge or the cupboard, do this tapping. Give it a go and really get to connect with your body and what it is that it really needs, because chances are it's not that chocolate, it's not that wine, and it's not those chips. It might be a bit of love, it might be a bit of reassurance. And science is now understanding that EFT tapping helps to rewire our brain's response, so that part in our brain that lights up every time we have those things that make us feel good in the short term, it actually doesn't have that response anymore. So the more that you tap, the more you're actually training your brain to react and respond differently to these things that you normally would crave. If you'd like any more information, please feel free to reach out. My website is breakfreewitheft.com, and hopefully you can get through this isolation period and this lockdown that we're going through right now in a more resourceful way and find different ways to help support your emotional and physical health. Thanks so much for listening. Bye for now.